Alright, let's play some Enya today. So my opponent's team is pretty standard. They've got a Grimmsnarl. I think that might be a little bit more interesting, but besides that, you got the Mudsdale, you got the Rotom, you got a lot of stuff here that's, not too surprising. I think if I lead off with the Vileplume and they lead off with the Rotom, then I can Sludge Bomb just about everything coming in. So I'm gonna go with that. Just see how that leads. Sort of an unconventional lead to lead off with the Vileplume, but I'm not too worried about the bird because I do have Diancie there for it. And Rotom is always annoying. This is almost certainly, well, I guess it doesn't have to be Choice Scarfed. It also deals really well with the other possible Choice Scarfer, which is Passimian. So I think I want to just Sludge Bomb here. I think that's fine. They don't have a Steel type. And I am Effect Spore, and I don't think Passimian wants to touch me. So they may U-turn, or they may knock off. But personally, I don't think either of those is going to happen. They do, in fact, Sludge Bomb. I don't get the poison, but I also see that they're leftovers, which is fantastic. So I don't care if they Pain Split here. I can just kill them there. And they actually don't take that much health from me. So I'll take that. Here is an interesting turn. Do I need to keep... Well, what don't I need? Obviously, I can go Diancie here. But if they U-turn to the Mudsdale, that's a little bit annoying. That being said, I think that I'll still make that play. It's pretty safe as I go for Flare Blitz, so I'm glad I did that. I'm going to get up my own Stealth Rock here. I don't think Stealth Rock are really going to make that big of a difference. It could probably help against Vaporeon, I suppose. And now I'm going to go into my... Yeah, I'm going to go into my Rotom as I go for Stealth Rock of their own. And I don't think either of us really care about the Stealth Rock. It's all about the chip, though. I'm just going to click Leaf Storm. I don't care if they predict that and go into their Talonflame. But I don't feel like you would want to stay in on the Talonflame. So, that's cool. Certain Mudsdales I feel like live that move, but this one did not. At this point, what do we want to do? I want to keep Vileplume healthy, I feel. And, at this point, they don't know, do they? Yeah, they don't know what item I am. So if I play this like I'm Choice Scarfed, that could be very useful. So the question is, do I go Snorlax on this? I think I do. Because what is Snorlax doing? Okay. I have to go for Darkest Lariat. I think that's fine. So I'm going to go into Passimian Heart on this. Because I'm almost certain this is Choice Banded. And now I'm going to just click the Diancie. If they stay in and predict the Diancie, I resist it. And if they go into Talonflame, then that's good too. Okay, this is fine. I probably should have just gone Diancie first. That made a lot more sense now that I think about it. I'm going to click Diamond Storm here. And then I can click Diamond Storm again. To go Vaporeon. And I miss, which is sad. But it's not the end of the world. I'm going to go Snorlax on you. As they click Scald. I get a rest off. So here I feel like you would go back into your Grimmsnarl. But I don't know if that's true. I'm going to risk the Passimian though. Because I think you would. I'm just going to click Close Combat here. They know that they'll kill me from this range. And so they might be more inclined to stay in. They don't actually. So that's fine, I'll take it. Talonflame comes out. I'd like to keep this around just to threaten that Grimmsnarl as much as I can. The Talonflame, though, knows that I have Diancie. And Diancie is sort of a threat. So I almost wonder if they wouldn't just U-turn here. If they do U-turn, what do I want to do? I think I'm just going to stay in. I do risk the burn. Okay, they actually decide to roost, which I don't know how I feel about that play. but it worked out for them. However, it worked out for me too, because now they'll be more likely to stay in, fearing me to go for close combat again. And I didn't get burned, which is the main thing, right? So I'll take it. I'm going to heal Bell here, because U-turn's coming out as they go into Vaporeon. So now my Snorlax is awake. With an awake Snorlax, I can start setting up curses if the Vaporeon decides to try to fish for a burn. But I can Body Slam here. I know they don't kill me from one shot. And if I can get a pair on them, then that'd be fantastic. Unfortunately, we don't get the pair on them. But I will take it. At this point, I don't want to choke. So I'm just going to stay in and let them kill me. So now, if I calc this, this is definitely choice band. And I look at the Starmie specifically. 40% minimum. Okay, good. So Starmie is safe. I can go Starmie and I can click Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt will kill this, and it will do a lot of damage to the Vaporeon. So this is good. This is what we like to see. I don't care if they decide to protect. That doesn't get them anything. They cannot switch in on this. And denying that wish is what we really care about. Okay. So now I'm going to go into my Rotom. I don't need my Rotom really anymore. At all. I feel. Okay, so they click Darkest Lariat. So good on them. I'm going to go back into DNC. We're going to click the Thunderbolt again. As they go Persimmon, and they don't get... that doesn't kill. That's fine. I have my 100% switch in, which is Vileplume. And they don't get punished there, which, is fair enough, because I didn't get punished myself. As they go Talonflame, I'm actually going to Sludge Bomb. Okay, I got that prediction correct. Even if they Flare Blitzed me or Brave Birded, I don't really care at this point. Because, maybe I should care, now that I think about it. I'm gonna go DNC here. Okay. That does not kill. I can now Diamond Storm here. I don't think the Persimmon lives Diamond Storm plus rocks. The reason I decided... Oh, it did. It wasn't that great. Okay. I'm just gonna stay in here. Weaken yourself. Now Vileplume can come out. I'm just gonna click Sludge Bomb here. That's dead. So that should be game, I think. Sludge Bomb you. You get the Effect Spore. And they have U-turn. I think Persimmon has to come out now. And I have to click the... well, let's see. Which one does more? Persimmon versus Talonflame. Knockoff does more initially, but Close Combat does more in the long run. I'm just going to click Close Combat. As they actually... I guess it depends on how bulky... Oh wait, they didn't click U-turn? Why didn't they click U-turn? I'm not sure why they didn't click U-turn. I feel like that there were a couple of turns there that I might have been able to take more advantage. One turn I definitely screwed up. Should not have gone hard into Persimmon on the Grimmsnarl. I should have gone into my DNC instead, because the DNC was better positioned versus the Talonflame plus the Grimmsnarl, whereas Persimmon struggles when there's an opposing Talonflame on the field. And if they'd U-turned there, I think U-turn kills Starmie. Yeah, it does 37 to 44. I'm pretty sure that would have killed from the range we were at. So my opponent choked there at the end. But hey, we take those. Alright. This is a pretty bulky team, but they do have the Silvally and the Rotom. So this is this team has got some good speed tiers in it, I'll say that much. If I can get a couple of curses up with Snorlax, though, and the Rotom has tricked away its item, then this could be pretty annoying. I think I want to lead off with the Diancie because the Diancie has no purpose in this game whatsoever. And so I want to click Stealth Rock. They may not click Iron Head here, but they do. That's fine. I'm going to go into Vileplume, and I'm actually going to click the Growth. As I click Knockoff, and I can click Strength Sap here to lower their attack, get my health back, and then click the Giga Drain. Okay, no, they're going to stay in. I'll click Strength Sap again. That's okay. They may be trying to go for a crit, which I guess if they get it, will be lucky for them. But I can keep growthing up in their face. And even though I can't really touch them, per se, this is still a problem for them. Alright, so the question is, are they going to trick me? Or are they going to Volt Switch? I'm going to Sludge Bomb here. Because if they do trick me, well now sure, I'm Choice Scarf Vileplume, this is unfortunate, but they also have lost their Rotom, which is quite good for me, I think. Okay, at this point, what don't I need? I feel like what I don't need is Passimian. We're just going to go into Passimian, and I'm going to click Knock Off. Knock Off will knock off whatever this Cavalier's rocking, and it was just all fested. Okay, that's good to get rid of. Aids my Starmie and my Rotom. And the Rotom is an interesting option. Starmie is also interesting. And this is specially defensive, 39%, so actually... Okay, Allow is a... yeah, okay. So I don't know what its EV spread is the problem, right? I guess I could check against my Vileplume. That might be a good idea to check. So let's see, if I give myself +1 to special attack, Giga Drain does 67%, which is in line with that. So it probably is not going to die any hit like that. But at the same time, then let's look at Snorlax. Snorlax doesn't do anything to you, but you don't do anything to it. So what if I come in and I start cursing up? Oh wow, you have close combat. Okay. Well then, I don't want to stay in on that. So I'm going to go here. Maybe they'll knock off. That'd be great as a Mega Horn. Okay, I'm going to Strain Sap you. I'm going to go Snorlax here so I can rest up. And actually I'm going to throw off a Body Slam here, because if I can paralyze this, that'd be great. I don't, unfortunately. Then I'll go back into Vileplume. I don't remember how this works, how the combination of these works. I'm going to Strain Sap again, just so I have any amount of health. Okay. Snorlax on you. And I will click Body Slam again. Go back into Vileplume, and they don't get the kill. We'll Strain the Sap again. Okay, I'm gonna go back into Snorlax, and I'm gonna click Body Slam again. Now this is Cavalier's really annoying my team, and I can't get any status on it whatsoever. Even though I feel like I should have been able to multiple times by now. Back into this. Now I go hard Snorlax, as they probably Sludge Bomb. Okay, Sleep Powder works too. Body Slam again. This isn't a problem. I can stay in on you. Keep Body Slamming, fishing for the para. I keep not getting the status. Of course they have the Vaporeon, and I'm playing really passively. So there's that. I can Strain Sap now that they've knocked me off. I don't know if I agree with that play for sure. So now I can start growthing up. And I strength sap you. And now Sludge Bomb. They get a nice crit there. So that's unfortunate. How much does this normally do? A new defensive versus my Vileplume, which is more or less the same set. 32 to 38. That's an unfortunate roll. I sort of feel like I want to go for it. I did 35 that time. I wonder if this is more offensively based. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go into Snorlax and preserve that. I definitely wake up this turn. And once again, no para. So this is very unfortunate. I'm gonna click Body Slam here. Click Knock Off here. Now they may click Close Combat, but I doubt it. They do actually. They still don't get any status, which is extremely lame. Because they strength sap themselves, that's fine. They hit Sleep Powder once more. And they're actually going to stay in and try to Sludge Bomb, which I don't blame them for. I'm going to go Starmie here. And at this point, I'm going to have to Ice Beam. And I get the freeze. I'm going to take advantage of that by clicking Recover. And I'm going to click Thunderbolt. I get a crit. So now at this point, it's a guessing game. Are you going to stay in and click Protect? Are you going to go Escavalier? Are you going to go into your Vaporeon again? I'm going to click Recover here, because they can wish all they want. I'm going to click Thunderbolt, because the last thing we want them to do is go into Escavalier. So, smart play on their part, knowing that I'd want to protect that. I'm going to click Leaf Storm here, as we don't kill. And I'm not going to play out the rest of this game. Okay, so then my opponent played pretty smart, I think, overall. If I'd have clicked Ice Beam there, then it would have been a different story, though, unfortunately. Okay. Another pretty standard team. I have a Poltergeist blocker, but I don't necessarily want to switch into Choice Band Earthquake. So, I go Snorlax as a lead. I can go into my own Rotom here to scout for a trick. I think that'll be good. They may want to prevent my Snorlax from setting up curses. Yes, and now I can click the Leaf Storm. And they have nothing that wants to take a Leaf Storm, except for, I suppose, Talonflame, which is okay, as they win the speed tie in the sense that they don't have to predict now. Okay, they should go for a U-turn here. They should always U-turn out, because it beats Rotom and it beats DNC. But they go for Will-O-Wisp instead, which I can respect. I'm going to go for the Stealth Rock, because you always U-turn here, so there's no point for me doubling, as they go into Mudsdale most likely. Or perhaps their Rotom, which could always trick back. Oh, they go Golurk, okay. So at this point, I can go into my Vileplume, which I suppose is nice against Sylveon, depending on the set. As they go for Poltergeist, I don't know if that's Choice Banded, but I can go into Snorlax now. And if that is Choice Banded, I can start setting up the curses. I'm going to Body Slam here. Okay, so they don't go for Taunt, which is why I went for Body Slam first, right? They may want to go into Mudsdale to get the... Yeah, good. So no stamina boost for you. And if I can get off enough curses, then that'll be a problem, right? I'm surprised that... Yeah, okay. So how much is Choice Banded? Okay. 40%. I'm going to go back into Vileplume here. As once again we fail. We are Effect Spore, yes, we are Effect Spore. We keep not getting Effect Spore. Where is my Effect Spore? I don't know. Okay. So I'm going to click the Ice Beam here. It's a mid-ground against Mantine. And that is a very specially defensive Sylveon, I do believe. So I'm going to start clicking Hydro Pump here as they go for Wish. And they can't really switch at all. So I'm going to click Recover here as they do Protect. Good. And then I'm going to go into my Rotom as actually Hyper Voice. It's crazy. I'll click Leaf Storm. You know I'm Choice Specs. So now they should always go into the Talonflame. On that, I'm going to go Diancie. Okay. And now I'm going to go for the Heal Bell. Heal Bell will heal my Diancie, of course, and it'll wake up my Snorlax. Go Mudsteel, that's fine. Okay. I'm gonna go Passimian here. I don't feel like Passimian's gonna do much this game. I can just get a knockoff on something. Anything. If I can knock off the Mudsteel, that'll be fine. And then I can go into my Starmie and click Hydro Pump. I think is the right play there. And Hydro Pump, Analytic Boosted, I think should do way more to Sylveon. Yep. So now, let's see if we can get some kind of roll or something. Okay. I'm going to go for another Hydro Pump. It's a really risky play. It doesn't really get me much if the Mantine stays in. But I just wanted to make it. Because I feel like they might have tried to go into Horse or something. But they decided not to. Okay. Thunderbolt again. I've already shown my willingness to Hydro Pump the face of the Mantine. So they might not want to try to double. But they did. Okay. Rotom come out, and this is not faster than me. I'll just click Ice Beam here. Maybe I need this for Sylveon, I don't know. But that can always happen too. I'm gonna click Recover here. If they unfreeze, if they thaw, then that's great. But if they don't, then I don't die to poison. And that's the most important thing. But I'm gonna click Ice Beam again here. That gets them out. Oh, that's right, that was Toxic. I thought I was normal poison for some reason. So maybe I should have switched. Okay, they'll probably go Talonflame here. Prevent me going... Oh, they didn't. Okay. Do I need you? Not really. I'm gonna get up Stealth Rock again. As they do go for close combat. But I thought they might. And now, I'm going to go into Rotom. I'm going to actually click Leaf Storm. The reason for clicking Leaf Storm is that it would be a really dumb decision on my opponent's part to save the Golurk at this point, I think. But, you know, what do I know? I think that if I'd Volt switched to there, that the game would have been a lot harder for my opponent. And so why would you risk your Rotom? Or why would you risk that momentum that I could get when the Golurk... I don't know, man. Doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. And at this point, I think I just have to curse up, probably. Okay. I think this is Choice Band. Pretty sure it is. Snorlax. +3 attack, but it's also +3 defense, and we're burned. Oops. Earthquake is 36%. So I think we have to go for Earthquake here. And they get a crit. Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe that just sped up the game because I don't know if Hyper Voice after that killed me, and I would be forced to rest. So, and the game might have been over already. I'm not really sure, but we'll never find out now, will we? I don't know. Feel like I had a good chance of winning that. Yeah, I should have lived that. Okay. So right off the bat, we have a really bad game for Starmie. They've got a Lantern, they've got a Zoroark, and they've got a Rotom, and a Mesprit, and a Toxicroak. So this is like the full anti-Starmie team. If you're having a bad time with Starmie, just run this team. The only thing on it that loses to Starmie, in theory, is Charizard. So, that's interesting. I'm going to lead off with Starmie. Doesn't do jack. Okay. I'm going to just click the Hydro Pump here, because this may be Zoroark, and it is Water Absorb Lantern. That's not something you see every day. So we've actually been able to scout a very interesting piece of information from my opponent. They are Water Absorb plus Dry Skin Toxicroak, and that does not make a lick of sense. Well, what can I say? I'm gonna go Passimian here. Because they are Sword Stance. And I'm going to U-turn. This may be Zoroark or maybe Toxicroak, it doesn't really matter. And probably just gonna Gunk Shot here. I'm gonna go Starmie, because it doesn't do anything. Okay, and then I'm gonna go Rotom. I'm gonna click Volt Switch. They don't have any Volt Switch answers. And I'll have to probably sack something else is the main problem. I don't want to sack DNC. So unless the Power Solar Beam Charizard, I think DNC should live Scorching Sands. And I don't want to sack the Snorlax. I think Snorlax is probably a win con. I'm going to go Passimian, I think. I'm going to go back into Rotom and Volt Switch again. And that should finish off the Toxicroak. Hopefully my opponent sacks it. They do not. So that's a bit unfortunate. I'm going to go into Vileplume and just start throwing off Sludge Bombs. I think Lantern outspeeds a Mesprit. That's fine. I can go into the Snorlax on the Mesprit, and I can just click the Curse. And I'm going to start throwing off Body Slams. Oh. Okay. So this turn they're going to go for Encore, right? So we can predict that. And I can go for Leaf Storm here. Go into their own Rotom. And I'm going to go for Volt Switch. They're not Choice Scarfed either. So I will go into Vileplume, that's pretty safe. And they can stay in if they want. But they'll probably want to Volt Switch out at this point, as I go for another Sludge Bomb. As the Charizard comes in, and we have the DNC for that specifically. We can go into that. And at this point, they don't want to switch into Diamond Storm with anything, except for if they can miss with the Lantern. So I guess my opponent will be happy about that. I feel like you'd predict the Vileplume to come in, so I'm going to just stay in, think the Volt Switch, that's fine. Okay, we go back into Vileplume at this point because we don't want to overpredict at this juncture. And at this point, Sludge Bomb again into the Charizard slot, I think makes a lot of sense. Force the Charizard to roost. As I go Mesprit. I'm going to go Snorlax as they go for Healing Wish. So that actually allows the Toxicroak to come back in, which is annoying. I'm going to go for Earthquake here on their Sword Stance. Yep. I'm going to go Vileplume. That should not allow them to Drain Punch very much, and I'll Strain Stat back. If they miss their Gunk Shot, that'll be great. And if not, they may have Sucker. I don't know. But I can just go Rotom now. And click Volt Switch. And the Volt Switch should take out the Toxicroak. We still have the Snorlax in the back. The Snorlax is in a lot better position now because they're Mesprit, which had Encore. Okay, yeah, good. They didn't beat that. Okay, I'm gonna go Snorlax here. It's me Eternal Leftovers. As to go Charizard. I'm gonna go DNC again on you. As to go for Defog. And once again, I will go for the Stealth Rock. There's a reason why my opponent is allergic to Stealth Rock, I think. This is clearly... well, actually, is it? I don't remember, now that I think about it. Alright, I'm gonna stay in. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that was the Zoroark. And now Diamond Storm again, as they go Lantern. So that does a lot of damage. And I don't know if that was a Speed Fire or something. I'm not sure. Alright, this is the real Rotom, as I recalled it. Now we go Snorlax on you. And now we click the Body Press here. Or the Body Slam, rather. As I'm going to Curse up. Okay. I'm going to rest. Let's see what this wants to do. Because I don't really think it's that much of a threat to me either. I always have the DNC, so it's not really that big of an issue. And I can sack the Rotom if I need to at any given point in time. But provided we don't confuse ourselves, hit ourselves in confusion and crit ourselves, then we should be fine. Excuse me. I'm just gonna click Body Slam again here. And Body Slam again. We're no longer confused, so that's good. We're gonna slowly start getting more HP back. And the Zoroark comes out, as yep, I figured it would. I'm gonna go Diancie here. And I'm going to click the... What is it? Change the Rotom's HP. That's really annoying. Diamond Storm. I don't think Body Press kills. Okay. I'm gonna sack my own Rotom here. Let's go for Volt Switch. And they'll go into their back into their Zoroark. That's okay. They can do that. And at this point, they're trying to hide which one is which, so I can't even scroll over and see what they have. Okay, and so we go for the safe Body Press there. And if they want to go for their Leaf Storm, they will be lowering their special attack. So we're just going to stay in a Body Press. Alright. Alright, I think I'll call it for today. That's enough. I really don't know why I made this team. I don't know why Rotom was the beginning. So, this Rotom is okay. I think the Pain Split never got clicked, which is sort of unfortunate. Maybe Nasty Plot would have been better in this particular set. And the Snorlax wasn't too bad. It definitely was good as a special sponge. The Starmie was showing why Starmie is a hit or miss Pokemon in this tier. Diancie, I like Diancie, and I think it's one of the better Pokemon, and Passimian just was having bad matchups with a lot of Talonflame teams. And Vileplume was doing Vileplume things, and I think that if we hadn't gotten a bit of unfortunate matchups, I think Growth could have maybe found a time to shine. Which I think was the more interesting tech on this team. But that'll be all for me today, and I'll catch you guys next time.